You're listening to the Backyard TARDIS Random Thoughts Podcast, part of the Red 5 Network.
Hey, Nicholas with the Backyard TARDIS, part of the Red 5 Network, and I'm here with another Quantum Leap Revisited. We're revisiting Season 3, and we are looking at the bottom 5. Yes, the bottom 5 of Season 3. Not every episode can be good, and Season 3 had some stinkers. As we get into that, over on the Price of Reason live channel, we have been reviewing all of Quantum Leap, going episode by episode. We've got to the end. Now we're doing rankings. And in the description below, you will see a video, a link to a video where we ranked, as a panel, all of Season 3. So definitely go watch that. But these are my personal thoughts and going into this. And I'm going to go over to my bottom 5. And unlike Season 2, where the bottom 5... some of them I was actually like, these are the bottom 5 of the season, but they're not necessarily bad episodes. There are some bad episodes in this. So, going in, bottom 5, starting it right off. Number 5, Heart of the Champions. Gave this a C. This episode, not that bad. Not that bad. Sam leaps into a wrestler and basically redoes the plot of the triple, or the trapeze one. And while it's not as annoying as them saying the triple constantly, there is some annoyance in this episode. The thing that really got me was that it just felt like a rehash. And while it's less annoying than the trapeze one, I like the setting of the trapeze better than wrestling. I'm not a fan of wrestling. So this one, it's not a horrible episode, but it's not a great episode, so it's my number 5. My number 4 is Nuclear Family. I give this one a C-. Sam leaps into the brother of a bomb shelter salesman, and there's a number of things that I had issues with in this. One, we constantly talk about how we appreciate how it can talk about these touchy subjects in Class and Quantum Leap, but not be preachy. But this episode felt preachy. Sam particularly felt preachy. And it's not in that he was preachy in a way that I didn't disagree with. But he couldn't read the room, and it felt like he was more involved in giving his preachiness than actually accomplishing the leap. That is to say, everyone's afraid about bombs being dropped by Russia. Now Sam has the knowledge in the future it's not going to happen, so he can comfort them. But he's bent on doing this by trying to humanize the Russians, which is, it's good, it's worthy. People are people, and oftentimes the common people are not what the governments and the militaries are saying. So this is confusing the kids. The kids are listening to a lot of propaganda, especially from their father, and instead he could be reassuring them, we have the best military ever, we have this, don't worry, it's not going to happen, I can guarantee you. He could say God won't let it happen. He could say whatever he wants to reassure these kids, because he knows for a fact bombs aren't going to drop. But instead, he's arguing with these kids, basically contradicting their teachers, contradicting their parents, and doing that, and basically making them upset, making the whole family upset at him. And at some point, it's like, read the room. Know the time and place of where you are, and know what battles to fight and what not to fight. All of that will come through school and stuff as they grow up. The other thing is how bad, comically bad, Sam is at being a bomb shelter salesman. The first time is funny because he just leapt in there and he's put on the spot. But then he has a whole day to review the thing. And, okay, Sam breaking down at the end and giving her advice not to do the sell. Sam's a good guy. He doesn't want to jip people. That makes sense. But him after a day, having to read info off the brochure, he has an eidetic memory. He should have this by now. But the main thing, all of this could probably be overlooked. Sam knows that somebody's going to get shot. He's going to hide the bullets. He takes the bullets out. He buries them in a hole where the kids can fight. They were in a secure cabinet, and he moves them there. He's around kids. Gun safety with kids, like, this is the big thing. Of all the things he could do, he hides the bullets in a place. The dog digs them up, eats them. It's bad. I'm going to apologize. I have a cold, so my Red 5 mug has some nice hot apple cider, so there's going to be some sippage in this video. And hopefully my voice sounds good. But that's my number 4. My number 3 is Southern Comforts. This is also a C-. Sam leaps into a brothel owner and has to prevent the murder of one of the girl's nieces. In fact, the top girl, the girl that thinks he's going to marry her. She's been there for a while. She's definitely the head mistress of the house. It makes no sense that she has this fear that if he finds out that he's carrying that, when she's at such a high position, that he's just going to dismiss her. The story wasn't that good. People might think that I put this on here because of the brothel, and yes, that's not my kind of humor, but they actually did it pretty tastefully. And it did feel like, if I were to say some highlights, just like the Ghost Ship one had some airplane moments, this one had some Clue moments. Like, people kept showing up at the door and that, but it just didn't flow right. It wasn't great, so C- there. Now, my number 2. Number 2, Miss Deep South. Also gave this a C-. Sam leaps into a pageant contestant. Honestly, don't remember a lot about this episode, except for the fact that it has everything I don't like about pageants, and having Sam in very awkward and, putting him in bathing suits and photo shoots and all that, having to have him go through all the pageants. Of all the times Sam's been in a woman, this one bothered me. This one felt degrading. Because I feel like these contests are degrading to women. And then having Sam do it as a man in those dresses. Now, when we reviewed this as the panel, it was kind of the opposite effect. This was the time he was a woman that they enjoyed because it was over the top and funny to them. So it didn't... But no, I did not enjoy this episode. This episode didn't need to be done. But the overall story wasn't bad. There's a sleazy photographer who's taking nude photos and holding it over the girls. They have to have a chastity clause when they enter this contest where they're going to be oogled. Yeah. And if they violate that, then they lose the contest. So he's got to bring this guy down. That's good, but yeah, save the honor of the pageant. Not my thing. I have tons of issues with that. That's still, Miss Congeniality was a decent movie, so this, like, it could work. It could work. But Sam didn't need to be put in these situations. Did not care for this. Okay. The number 5. This one, I give a D-. This is The Boogieman. Now, I know full well that I'm going to get a lot of flack for this one. This episode is beloved by a lot of people. I'm a minister. I don't like stuff of the occult. But this episode wasn't just stuff of the occult. It felt like it was smacking me in the face with it. I didn't make it through the episode. I did watch our review of it. I wasn't on that panel. I excused myself of that panel because I knew if I couldn't watch the whole thing, I couldn't do it. But it has to be a D- because if I can't make it through the episode, then how can I give it anything above a D? Now, in this episode, so I have read the ending. I watched the panel and I watched it through there, but there's constant like references to Satan, stuff like this. The whole concept is Sam goes into he leaps in, he knocks himself out, he's in a dream state. In the dream state, Al is actually evil, misleading him. There's screaming goats. There's all of these weird symbolisms, things he's running into, and this is where he's there, and he's in I can't even think of his name, but the guy that writes all of the really kind of messed up horror books. The whole thing ends with, Al turning truly evil. I'm the one trying to wrong the rights that you're making, blah, 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 blah. I know Price thought that this could have tied into the Evil Leaper or whatever, but he wakes up, and the events of the dream help him to actually make the save that he wouldn't have known how to do or been ready for had he not had the dream. So was the dream supernatural? Was it not? What's going on? Spooky. This is not for me. If it's for you, that's fine. But this is my list, and this is definitely the bottom of the barrel of the season for me. Unwatchable, in my opinion. I know you're all going to say I'm wrong, but hey, like I said, it's my list. And if you want opinions of people who love this episode, go, link in the description, and we ranked the whole season, and I gave my opinions, but I was ignored because I was the one person standing out on this episode. So you made me more happier with that review. But this is my bottom 5 of Season 3. Next up, we're going to go into Season 4. Once again, this is Nicholas with the Backyard TARDIS. Please check out the Quantum Leap Revisited over on the Price of Reason live channel. And also, Red 5 Network, biolink.red5, where you're going to get all of the Red 5 Network. There's a podcast for everyone. And with that, let me know what you thought. What was your top 5? What was your bottom 5? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? And I will catch you in the next video.
Greetings, listener. Just a reminder that the podcast you just heard is a proud member of the Red 5 Network family. Red 5 Network offers you a great variety of shows you'll be sure to love. So the next time you're itching for quality content, make sure you head over to Red 5 Network. You'll find this podcast along with a whole lot more. All wings report in. It's the Red 5 Network.